might go wrong. Just say a little prayer, get your money, man. Life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away and be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets.
What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to send a beat on at least.
World champions!
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go.
Welcome to another edition of the Philly podcast. Sorry, my mic was muted right there. My name's Eric Perugini. I'm here with Chris Lahiff, and as always, we are here under sixpackcoverage.com and our sponsors, the Monkey's Uncle and La Terrain Watches. Today, we're going to be talking some Eagles football, where they completely dismantled the Tennessee Titans, and then I think we're going to get into a little bit of baseball talk. It's been a little fun in the Twitterverse on with our podcast page today. So, Chris, what's going on, man?
A whole lot of nothing. I do have a question. Yes. What's AJ Brown's jersey number?
11.
What's Jalen Hurts' jersey number?
1.
Okay. Do you remember Nick Foles' number?
9.
And Allen Iverson's number?
3.
So is 11-1 better than 9-3? I need help with math.
Absolutely better than that.
I thought it was. Because according to Dallas fans and everyone else, that's better than 9. That's better than 11-1. I don't know. Sorry, Tennessee. Like our buddy Bill said, sorry, Tennessee. You're now not a good team. It's just the way. It's just the way of the world.
Dude, they fired their general manager today.
They're 3 games. They're in first place by 3 games, and they fired the GM.
Oh, that's because of AJ Brown. They're looking at how good he's doing this year. That's what it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. So, but with that.
But yeah, I just needed to get that math out because it's, and then like Braves fans, like yesterday I thought Dallas fans were the dumbest sports fans on social media.
Yeah.
Turns out today Braves fans are taking over as the dumbest fans on social media.
They are salty as shit.
Like and then the one argument was we won all those division titles, and I'm like.
So what?
Well, okay, so you won all those division titles in the 90s, 2000s. You have 1 World Series. And how many? You have 6 division titles in a row now, and you have 1 World Series. And right, your team won the World Series. I don't know why you're worried about the Phillies. I don't get it. Like your team's still good. Like you still have a really good young player in Acuna, but I don't know why you're worried about the Phillies. It's okay to be salty. And like I had mentioned to you and everyone else, I was like, yes, baseball is a bandwagon sport. It's just really any sport is a bandwagon sport. Like no one's going to Flyers games because they're terrible.
Oh no.
No one went to Sixers games when they were.
I did last night.
Well, you went for a reason. You didn't just go to go.
Yeah, it's true.
So I don't. And then when the Sixers trusted the process, they didn't. Nobody went. So it's just how it is. But Phillies fans showed up, and they were at the game. Oh, excuse me. They were at the games in the playoffs. So look how that went. And you saw how Philadelphia fans turned out. And that is a big reason, a huge reason, to why they got Trey Turner. Trey Turner turned down $40 million less.
Yeah, yeah, he
I know
absolutely did.
I know he would have got taxed, but he turned down $40 million less. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that says a lot about the city. It says a lot about the power that
Bryce
Bryce
has.
Harper has. I mean, it says a lot. And like you just said, the fans showed up for the entire playoff run into the World Series. Not one bad thing happened. Not one bad story came out because it was a fun atmosphere. The Phillies were a very fun team coming down the stretch and going into the playoffs, and it just spilled over with the fans. And not one stupid thing happened that entire postseason. Not one thing to say, oh look, it's those Philadelphia fans again. Not one thing. And like you said, like Bryce Harper's power to bring someone in who he played with before at Washington. So it's amazing. I mean, they got these guys 11 more years together, or 11 years, both going to be at 38 when their contracts are up. Paying them a combined over $52 million, but
yeah, I mean, and then and I have a feeling Mets fans are going to be in their feelings tomorrow too, because Taiwan Walker just signed a 4-year, $72 million contract.
Right. That's hey, I like it.
But enough talking about the Phillies. We're here to talk about the 11-1 Eagles and the disrespect that they get. And are we really going to bring the masks out again? Brandon Graham said, do we have to bring? He's like you're really everyone's giving the Eagles bulletin board. Using bulletin board material for the Eagles, and I think it's stupid. If I'm going to say it right now, if the Eagles win on Sunday, they're going to clinch the number 1 seed. That Christmas Eve game isn't going to mean much. That's just my opinion. I mean, again, I could be 100% wrong. It's a division game, but I'm not scared of Dallas. Yes, and for Dallas fans, you're not putting up 33 points in one quarter against the Eagles. You're not. I'll bet $1,000 right now that won't happen. So grow up, knock that off. The Eagles, they're not going to commit 5 turnovers in one quarter, or what was it, 3 turnovers in one quarter,
right?
Like Indianapolis. Indianapolis throw in the towel. That's it. They throw in the towel. You could tell they went into passing mode. I don't know why they went into passing mode, and they were a predictable team. 2 weeks ago, the Eagles ran for 363 yards. I mean, and Jalen Hurts had over 120 yards rushing. And then he throws for 350 yards. How do you defend that?
Well, that's just it. You never know what team's going to come out, what their game plan is going to be. The Eagles have proven that they can win on a variety of different levels, different scenarios, everything coming from behind, blowouts, the defensive games. They're really well rounded. Now, I mean, some people say, that Dallas is probably on paper the more well rounded team. I think their record is a reflection of their coaching. So I think that they're a good squad, but I think their record is a reflection of their coaching. I mean, at this point, I trust Sirianni more than I trust Mike McCarthy.
Absolutely, and if you ask any Dallas fans, they'll tell you they hate Mike McCarthy. It's going to happen. And Dallas fans, you're a 16-point favorite on Sunday. You don't blow the doors off of Houston, I'm coming for you. You got a week you got a week to get ready. I know we beat them by 12, but we were on a short week, and I feel like somebody was hurt. Maybe someone on the Eagles is hurt, but like 16-point favorite. So yeah, he threw for 380 yards, 3 touchdowns, was sacked twice, no turnovers. He's got 4 total turnovers on the season. What else do you want from Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I don't know. He's playing out of his damn mind. He really is. He's having a great season, and like I told people before, well, we both said it. If he proves us wrong, he proves us wrong, and that's what we wanted as fans. So I absolutely just love what I've been seeing out of him. His progressions have gotten better. His throwing has gotten better. Decision making has gotten a hell of a lot better. He's not a run first quarterback anymore.
No, he runs on, and when he runs first, it's on a design play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe people are just hating because it's the Eagles. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, everybody was fawning all over LaFleur in Green Bay until they decided to suck this year. Everyone was talking about how great he was as a head coach.
Right. That's yeah. I like this comment. Like, I think it's hilarious. Like it's funny. Look at this comment, and then like how we were like going for it, and then we talk about this. Like, you want to talk about regression? Like, did Russell Wilson forget how to play football?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that guy. That was. I mean, I'm ashamed of myself for actually wanting to go after the guy.
Right.
I really am.
I'm like I said before. You know, he had to kick the tires on him. You had to. He's Russell Wilson.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to. And for the people that say no, you don't. Look, when you have a potential Hall of Famer that could be available for your team, you have to check it out.
If Russell Wilson would have cost the Eagles a second-round pick, he would have been an Eagle.
Well, if he wanted to come here, which was the case that he didn't, but it's still the whole point. Guys like that, you have to kick the tires on. Now, okay, look what's going on with Aaron Rodgers this year. He's completely, like, part of my friends, but he's shitting the bed. And say he was available next year, and this year Jalen Hurts did not show any improvement. He was the same Jalen Hurts from the last couple seasons, where he was just, a reactionary quarterback, run first. You would have to kick the tires on a guy like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's like saying, if Tom Brady said he had interest in coming to the Eagles, you're not going to talk to him. I mean, it's the business of the game. That's what it is. So, but like I said, I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Things are a little bit surprised. I wasn't expecting this kind of leap, because let's face it, no one expected the kind of season Wentz was having in 2017. I mean, after his rookie season, no one expected that kind of a jump. I mean, the guy was also in talks for MVP. Then he got hurt, so I'm not trying. Please don't jinx Jalen. But anyway,
the Eagles have a really good shot of having a number 1 seed and a top 5 pick.
Right.
So you look at the top 5 pick and you're like, ugh, and then you look at the AJ Brown trade and you're like, ugh, and then you look at the CJ Johnson trade and you're like, stop answering the goddamn phone. Stop answering that 267 or 610 or 484 or 610 area code. Stop it. Like,
yeah, I don't know how people pick up the phone when you see that, because it's Howie.
Like, if I'm Howie, like, it's a shame the trade deadline's over, because I call the guy, the interim manager at Tennessee. Listen, I'll give you a second round pick, and you give me a 3rd-round pick and Derrick Henry back, and you pay 75% of his salary.
Yeah, and they go, sure.
Sure.
So, but here the only thing that I'm nervous about with how well Jalen Hurts is doing is the contract that he's going to get. I don't want it to turn into an Aaron Rodgers situation in Green Bay where it's just the quarterback and we have some good players for a couple years and then boom, we can't afford to sign anybody because all of our money's tied up in one position.
Okay, and you know what? You have brought that up before, and you know what? You're right.
I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve
No,
money
he
that he's
doesn't
going
deserve it. But I also think when you look at Aaron Rodgers and you look at the head coaches he had McCarthy, and then he had LaFleur, and I don't think that they're in the level of Sirianni.
Well, McCarthy's not. I mean, it's funny to say.
I know he's won a Super Bowl. I mean, when I see that, I mean a coach that players like to play for.
Right.
Like there's a video out. Did you see how hyped Nick Sirianni got when A.J. Brown caught his 2nd touchdown and then ran up to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you don't see that much.
No, not at all.
You definitely don't see it from Belichick. You know.
Right.
If you see it from anybody else, it's the awkward thing with Mike McDaniel and Tua. Like that thing is like those conversations are just like what is going? You only see emotion from like the offensive coordinators, like or the defensive coordinators. You don't see it from the head coach. The only time you see a head coach is when he elects to go for it on 4th down and overtime instead of kicking the field goal. And then you potentially go and you lose to Green Bay, which, by the way, we beat Green Bay, right?
We did.
And Dallas did not.
They did not.
Okay. I was just wondering because, the thing was that Dallas beat, Indianapolis by 34, and we only beat them by 1.
They won.
But
they won.
Right. W's a W, right?
Yep, man. Last time I checked.
Okay, W is a W. I'm just making sure.
And before anybody wants to say anything, because I don't look at the comments, I see the notifications popping up on here, and I got like 17. But I just want to say, yes, the Eagles lost to the Washington Redskins.
No, they didn't. It has nothing to do. Nobody said anything about that.
No, I'm just going to say I know that would be next, because someone's going, oh, well, you lost to Washington, and we're 11-1.
Again, we're still 11-1. We're not 9-3. The Eagles aren't scared of nobody.
No.
There's that swagger. Like, yeah, the Giants are going to go get Odell Beckham. He's going to be ready for maybe the playoffs. He hasn't worked out with them. Like, this is how dumb the Dallas franchise is. You traded Amari Cooper for a pound of American cheese, and now you're going to sign Odell Beckham when you had that player already. Like, and you're going to end up overpaying for Odell.
I don't think they're going to. I mean, unless it's a smoke screen, I don't know if they're going to go after him or not. Because Ed Werder from ESPN reported today that Dallas did not think that Odell Beckham would be ready to play until like mid-January.
Yeah, to the postseason.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe they're like trying to dumb him down and get him at a cheaper price, but who knows? We'll see. I mean, but wherever he goes, he's going to help somebody. But yeah, I honestly I don't think they're going to sign Odell. I really don't. I think he's going to wind up going back to the Giants.
Which would make sense. They're the team that needs it the most.
Yeah.
What is the allure of playing in Dallas? Because it's the Dallas Stars, and they have a nice stadium.
Sure, it's only Dak.
Like, can we get off the Dak Prescott bandwagon? Like, it took Eagles fans, the Wentz lovers, to sit there and come around and say, all right, maybe Wentz wasn't the guy. Like, can we say Dak's not? He's the overpaid Jacoby Brissett.
Oh Jesus, Jacoby Brissett. Oh man, Jacoby Brissett. That's a slap in the face to Dak Prescott, if you ask me. I actually think he can throw the football. I really do. I think he can throw. I mean, it hasn't always worked out for them. I mean, well, not that it hasn't worked out for him. Like, he has nice seasons, but
And also, Dak Prescott has more turnovers than Jalen Hurts.
he does. Just throw that out there.
Just throw that out there. And Dak's
he
played
does.
less games.
That is pretty interesting.
Right, and then you sit there, and the number one offense since Dak came back. You played the Lions when they were struggling. You played the terrible Bears. You lost to the Packers. You absolutely manhandled the Vikings. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like,
they destroyed them.
That was our game against Tennessee from top to bottom. Was good. You handle the Giants and you handle the Colts. Like, there's one good team sprinkled. There's one good team sprinkled in there, right?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Lions, not a winning record. Bears, not a winning record. Giants and Vikings. So you went 3-2 against 3 losing against. You beat the Lions and the Bears, who have losing records. You lost to the Packers, who have a losing record. You beat the Colts, who have a losing record, and then you beat the Vikings and the Giants. This what? This feels personal. Well, I mean, I'm just letting you know that Dallas fans, like, no one's scared of the Cowboys. We know they're a good team. I know Cooper Rush only played, and I'm gonna, just like I said it weeks ago, and I'll say it again. Our 53 is better than your 53. My coaching staff was better than your coaching staff. It's not my fault you have a fat, stupid Mike McCarthy coach. It's not my fault. It's literally not my fault that your coach is stupid. Our coaches went and saw, last week the Eagles struggled on special teams last week, and they went out. You saw they had issues with the Packers, with the special teams, and they went out and they made a play. They told them, get your ish together, and you saw how good the special teams was.
Right.
All week we heard about how physical Derrick Henry is, how physical the Tennessee Titans offense is, how physical their defense is. AJ Brown has got to be the first player to catch back-to-back 41-yard touchdown passes.
Yeah.
And can we just talk about the one touchdown that he just threw and just dropped it in his basket, and AJ Brown just won it? The second touchdown.
Yeah, there's
Right, you're right. I really don't. I don't understand. I mean, you have to think AJ Brown got him fired, or Howie Roseman got him fired. And it has to be. You're in first place by 3 games.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of. I mean, I don't know. Maybe ownership wants them to start using what's his name? Is it Malik Willis? I don't know, and they're refusing to do it. Who knows? Because they got Tannehill for one more season. If they cut him next year, it's a dead cap spot of $18 million. I mean, maybe they.
That's pocket change for the Eagles.
But I can't. But I don't understand. I still just don't understand why they would fire the GM though. Like I agree with you though. It has to be because of how well AJ Brown is playing.
Right. They're currently the 3 seed.
Yeah. I can't get over that.
Currently the 3 seed, and and the Ravens just lost. They just lost Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
so
1 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, so they're going to be on a downhill spiral. So I don't get it. I'm sorry, they're the 4 seed. I apologize. It's the Bills, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and then the Titans. I'm sorry. I apologize. Maybe their point differential is minus 21, so maybe they got to look at the defense too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was very awkward that they did that. And then you had the Saints. Like, can Tom Brady stop being Tom Brady?
No, because that touchdown to win the game last night was beautiful. That just helps the Eagles out even more.
I love it. I love it. But I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. Stop being Tom Brady.
Well, the funny thing about that game was it was literally that was a crap game. That was a terrible game.
Terrible.
It was terrible all night until that.
To the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it was like an NBA game. Horrible all game long until like the last 2 minutes. But no, it was. I mean, I got home from the Flyers game just in time to watch the end of Monday Night Football, and
so I'm assuming parking wasn't an issue and getting out wasn't an issue at the Flyers game.
Well, when I got down there, it wasn't bad at all. I got there, it was like 20 after 5 because I left right from work, and we just met up over at Xfinity Live. Getting out of there, no, not a problem at all. Like, I parked in the Eagles lot, and I got in the truck, let it warm up. I'm sitting there looking around, not a damn car in sight. I just did what I had to do. I was going. Took me about 38 minutes to get home.
That this is a good that's a good assessment of the struggles that Tom Brady has this year.
Oh, he's right. Absolutely right. Absolutely
he's 100% right.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, hey, and we're actually getting to see like Tom Brady be human a little bit. Like, he has his moments where the kryptonite's out there, and he's not the Tom Brady we remember, but he's still Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's so Plum Smuggler's a Dallas fan, so this is for him.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wait! What? Am I legit seeing this? Give me a Welker and a Hernandez. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Fucking Hernandez! Jesus.
Well played.
Christ.
Well played. I tried to ignore it.
I don't normally look at the comments, and I just happen to look because and I'm like, wait, what? Oh my God, fucking Hernandez, Jesus Christ.
I tried to go past, and hopefully you did too, but you did not.
I couldn't. I saw that. And I'm like, wait, no, let me see that for real. I'm like, oh my God, he really said that. That was good. That was excellent. That was excellent. Yeah, okay, yeah. That was excellent. Like, I'll give him credit for that one. Jesus Christ.
Not Gronk.
No, not Gronk. Hernandez. The murderer who committed suicide in jail. Jesus
Christ. Oh.
How do you know when someone's fucked up? That's fucked up. That's awesome though. He did ball out. He's not wrong there. I mean, like, no one knew what kind of a piece of crap human being he was, but he could play ball.
Like, just like, let's just go back. Like, let's just recap.
Get that the hell out of there. Get that off of there. Get that off of there.
Aaron Hernandez, Riley Cooper, and Tim Tebow.
All on the same team at one point.
What? Like, and played at the same time on offense.
I love the one picture.
How'd that huddle go?
Yeah, I love the one picture that was out there. I saw it years ago. It was like a murderer, a murderer, a god freak, and something else walk into a bar. And it was all of them standing next to each other from the back, and you saw all their names. I was like, Jesus Christ, so that's awesome.
Oh. So let's go to this week's game. So the Eagles are playing the Giants, and they're a 7-point favorite. And I don't know. I'm not scared of the Giants. I think, if I'm scared of anybody, it's Saquon Barkley.
He kills the Eagles. Almost every time they play him, he kills them.
But again, they don't have a receiver, so it's not like, it's not like if Daniel Jones had, his regular receivers, like Sterling Shepard's out for the year. They don't have Evan Engram.
Yeah, Evan Engram. He's in Jacksonville now.
Yeah.
He's not even on the team anymore. So now, do they still have Kenny Galladay, or is he hurt again? Because I know they got rid of their Devontae Smith. I mean Kadarius Toney. I know that failed, so they cut him or traded him, whatever the hell he did. That because they didn't want Devontae Smith. We'll take Kadarius Toney though.
Taysom Hill has more touchdowns than Kadarius Toney.
Oh my God, Taysom Hill, that guy's a joke.
Yeah. So Eagles play the Giants this week. Obviously the Eagles are going to be without. C.J. Johnson. So.
Yeah, he's got a lacerated kidney.
Yeah.
He's out at least 4 weeks. They put him on the IR. And that's another guy that they have to look about re-signing. Because they're going to re-sign him, or they want to at least.
Yeah. Yeah, but what's funny is you sit there and you say Saquon Barkley kills the Giants or kills the Eagles. If I don't see Boston Scott touch the ball 35 times this weekend.
Dude, I'm so over Boston Scott.
But he's like Barry Sanders when he plays the Giants.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
He's like a smaller version of Brian Mitchell, like running in and out of everything. Like he just goes. Yeah, but he's definitely a giant killer. I mean, how many touchdowns does he have against them?
I'm looking it up now, but Miles Sanders has more touchdowns than Saquon.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's only got one more, but he's still got more.
Yeah, considering like Saquon started the year, he was on fire first few weeks. Like every time he turned on, saw the highlights, it was just him running for a touchdown. But yeah, Miles Sanders is having a good season.
Miles Sanders having a really good season. It's a contract season, so I don't know if that's going to play into. I don't know. Would you resign him?
I don't know. That's for me. That's up in the air. I mean, they don't pay running backs. I mean, most teams don't pay running backs. I mean, if you do, you're going to break the wheels off of them. Like Tennessee's doing to Derrick Henry, like Dallas is doing to Zeke. I mean, if you're paying them top dollar, you're going to bust their brakes out.
You are.
Yeah, you absolutely are. I don't know, man. See,
he's got 8 touchdowns against the Giants.
Jeez.
8.
Well, yeah, I don't know, but see, when talking about Miles Sanders and if they resign him or not, then you got to look at it like you have Gainwell. They think Gainwell can do the same things. I'm just not sure.
I love Gainwell.
Oh, I'm a big Kenny Gainwell fan. It's just a little crazy, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they bring him back. Like if they can fit him in there and the money makes sense, I'm sure they would. But other than that, I don't know. Just knowing how most teams are in the NFL, I don't think that they resign him. I mean, that's just right now, even though he is having a great season.
Yeah, he's going to run for 1,000 yards. And if he keeps it up, he may run from close to 1,500.
Yeah, I mean, with the way their schedule looks going down the rest of the way, he's in line for some big games.
4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 8 total touchdowns against the Giants since 2019.
Wow.
Eagles are 4-2 in those games.
Jeez. That's good.
I think the Eagles win. I think they win like 31-20.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to put up over 30. I see the Giants like 21, 24. I don't know an exact score for the Eagles, but I'm going to say 21 or 24 points for the Giants. But I do see the Eagles winning. And this is their first game against them, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because they got to play. Yeah, that's right. They played everybody else once except for Giants. Right in the division.
Oh, excuse me. Washington's on a bye,
Yes.
and then Dallas plays Houston. If they don't beat the 1-10-1 Houston Texans, now the line's 17.
That's crazy.
But you know what? Here's the thing: Dallas's weakness is the run game, and Dameon Pierce is a really good running back.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And I'm lucky enough to have him.
If you can control the line of scrimmage, you have a good chance. I don't think. Excuse me. I apologize. I don't think that they beat them. I don't think Dallas loses to Houston.
No, not at all. I don't think so. Not one bit.
And I don't think they're going to put up 54 points.
Nah, I'll have to agree with that.
So.
Yeah, but this is literally going to be interesting. I mean, the Eagles conceivably, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but could you imagine if they just run out the rest of the schedule and just? I mean,
there's no one playing the last game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, although look, I'll say this now, I still think that they lose to Dallas in that second game. It's the revenge game for it's just a revenge game for Dallas, and now you have Dak. He always plays motivated against the Eagles. He gets the division rivalry games, and he does show up for them. And if they lose that game, I'm not at all surprised. I'll be disappointed, of course, because it's Dallas, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't buy into the hype of Dallas. I can't. Not with Mike McCarthy as our coach.
Well, I forgot that is not a ticker. I have to fix that.
That's fine. I don't buy into Mike McCarthy. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think he's their whole problem. Like down the stretch. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Yes, they're 9-3. It's not that they have a problem, but I think coming down the stretch, it's going to be a problem because I still think that if they make the playoffs, I mean, it's totally conceivable because it's going to be history repeating itself. They're out in the first round, and I think Sean Payton's the coach of the Cowboys next year.
Very well could be. I told you I wouldn't be surprised if the Carolina owner threw his hat into the.
Oh, they got a ton of picks coming.
So, I will say this: if they lose, they lose. That's fine. I still say the last 5 games, the Eagles go 3-2, and that's enough to win. They already hold a tiebreaker,
right?
If they go 3-2, I don't even know because I think Dallas lose one. If we lose, I think at most we lose 2 more games, which puts us at 14-3. I think Dallas loses 1 more game. I think that Jacksonville game is going to be a little. It's not going to be an easy game for them.
Right.
Excuse me. I apologize.
That's Gavin doing it.
You look at the Eagles schedule. They should go. If they lose to Dallas, they should go 4-1. But Dallas should beat the Texans. And they should beat the Jaguars. And then there should beat the Eagles because I still think they're 2 evenly matched teams. And then they play the Titans, and they play the Titans on a short week, 5 days.
Yes, they do.
And you end the game at Washington playing the Commanders.
That would be awesome.
So listen, you go 4-1. You go like Nick Sirianni says. You're 0-0. Now you go 1-0 this week, and you start all over. Eagles can actually clinch a playoff spot if they win today, Sunday.
Now, wait, I thought No, they didn't do it this last week. They didn't.
No. If they win, they're in. And they'll be 12-1.
Beautiful.
And they far exceeded our expectations as fans.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, well, and it all comes down to the guy under center. It all comes down to him, and like I said, proved me wrong. I'm more than happy with what I see this year.
Right, and I said in the beginning of the season, he needs to throw 30 touchdowns to get me there. There's 5 games left. He can average two passing touchdowns a game.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Goedert's coming back soon.
Yep, yes he is, and that. It's so weird too. Like you see how he hasn't been in, and their passing game has tweaked a little bit, like totally different. And he's gonna come back, and it's just such good things coming.
You're gonna double AJ Brown, okay? Well, then he'll throw to Devontae Smith.
Yep.
So you can't go man because of his ability to run. You can't.
Exactly.
No,
you can't.
The Eagles' biggest weakness right now, when it comes to passing the ball, is for some reason they can't get the screen down. With the running back screen, they can get the tight end screen down because you got to make a business decision as a man and as a human being when you see Dallas Goedert coming running at you full force.
Yep.
Do I take this tackle because he's going to hit me in my face, and hope that I grab his shoelaces and he trips?
Oh yeah. Dog's awake.
Oh boy. Yeah, AJ Brown's got 61 catches, 950 yards, so he could eclipse 1,000 yards this weekend.
It'll be beautiful.
So there's a lot that can happen this weekend. AJ Brown could get, and the Eagles could have 2 receivers with 1,000 yards. Devontae Smith has 711. Miles Sanders has 924 yards.
When was the last time that happened for the Eagles? Do you even know that?
What's that?
When your 2 top receivers had over 1,000 yards?
I don't think they ever did it.
I don't think they ever did.
If it was, maybe it was in the later stages of the Carmichael and Mike Quick years.
Yeah, maybe. Absolutely, maybe. That's awesome.
It was never the great Todd Pinkston and Freddie Mitchell.
Oh, God, Todd Pinkston. James Thrash. Torrance Smalls. Remember that?
Yep.
Right. Where we're at now with wide receivers, it's awesome. And at one point, we had Macklin and Jackson.
Yeah, it would be the first time.
That'd be awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Do you know who the last receiver was to have 1,000 yards?
Last receiver was it Macklin?
Yeah, 2014, he had 1,300 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it was Jeremy Macklin. God, he was so good.
So good.
That's funny. Oh, man. All right, bro. Well, I hate to do it to you, but I got to go. This dog's driving me nuts. She's got to go out.
No, I figure I think we covered everything. So thanks everyone for joining us. And
yes, thank you as always.
And we're gonna end on this note.
It's the one and only Digo Double G. You know what happened with the D.R.E.
Yeah. Y'all know what this is. So can y'all make some noise for my man Snoop Dogg? Come on, louder, y'all, louder.
Top dog, bottom all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, go ahead and turn it on up.